Hello everybody, welcome back. My name's Mamiya, and today we're going to be checking out some more of the awesome action co-op roguelike, Raiders of Blackveil. So, in last episode, in case you missed it, we went hard on ability damage playing as Jumeirah, and essentially we spec'd into the ult, because the ult, her ult scales off ability power. So we went heavy into mage. We got some abilities that gave us increased ability power based on the number of mage talents we had. And we were essentially just popping enemies, refreshing the cooldown of our ultimate, and wiping out entire rooms with one ultimate. It was pretty wild. So yeah, if you want to see that, do go check out a previous video. But for today, I've got a bit of a fun one for you guys. Let me just show you what I've got cooking. Look at all this money. What I'm planning on doing is going into a run with literally a full inventory, or we've just got enough, a full inventory of coins. And we're going to see how wild we can take it. That's 4,000 coins. So we're going to be going hard in shops. Also, before I get into more of the build guides that we're going to be going for, or the run setup, as always, there will be chapters in this video with time links in the description below. So if you want to skip straight ahead to the start of the run, then feel free to either click on the chapters or click on the timestamps in the description. So, with that being said, I want to do a druid build today. So we've got druid stuff equipped. Granted, Ironhorn's Guard Fist isn't druid. However, it gives us attack damage and max health, which we are going to want. Also gives fury damage bonus, which fury is warrior. We got a bit of enrage. We're mainly going to be going druid with a splash into warrior, hopefully. We get max armor plates and armor damage reduction with this. Our chest is Chest of the Berserker. I don't really have a good legendary chest piece. I'm not sure there is one for Druid. This gives better loot rarity, more attack damage, more health, defensive cooldown, which is going to be crucial for this character, taunt damage bonus, which admittedly is a little bit irrelevant, and then dash cooldown, which is huge. We got Boots of the Berserker. 4.7 attack damage, more max health, more movement speed, more bleed damage, more fury damage, 9.1 second dash cooldown. So these are like warrior based, and then all of these are druid based. Botanist gloves give us healing power and root damage. The secondary abilities for it is ability power, freeze damage bonus. It is not going to be hugely relevant. We may get some points in mage. I won't mind our defense freezing people. I know that's a mage talent we can pick up. But the most important part here is rejuvenating roots. Rooting an enemy is a 50% chance to spawn a healing orb. Then we've got Goliath Eye, giving us more root damage, more max health, more armor damage reduction, and enrage damage bonus. So this was my original idea for going into into druid, because I want to root enemies and enrage. This also gives us better perk rarity, but the most important part here is deep roots deal 50% increased damage to rooted enemies. So the idea is we pull enemies towards us, we root them, we go invisible, and then we stab them from the back. So with 50% increased damage to rooted enemies here, obviously we get 50% extra damage. If I have a look at Draxil, Draxil's trait gives 50% increased damage when attacking enemies from behind. So that's 100% damage if they're rooted and we hit them from behind. And then there's an assassin ability that I would like to pick up. That... Oh wow, we don't have focus. That's insane. Okay, I thought we had all of the perks. We want ambush as well. When out of danger, next defense deals 50% increased damage. So that means we'll get 150% damage bonus if we use our defensive to go invisible and then hit a guy from behind and they're rooted. So we just stack in those damage bonuses. And finally, we got Pendant of Inner Wrath, which gives us 8.8 attack damage, 68.8% enraged damage bonus, 11.9% armor damage reduction, and 55.8 health. And it has the unique ability Maul. While at max armor plates, attack has a 50% chance to cause a big shockwave, dealing 40 damage. So we are going to want some armor plating. And then, yeah, obviously, we're going to see how wild we can get by having an inventory full of coins. Also, taking a ton of keys with us. I don't really know if it's better to take keys or bandages. 6 is the max stacks. Keys probably, because keys we can get more bandages using them. And then we're still going to stick with Raider because I want to get as far as possible. Not going to put any danger modifiers on. After we've done sort of fun runs, trying wacky things, we're going to pump up the modifiers and try and get a little bit harder. But for today, let's get into it. We're going to go wild on shops. And maybe gambling as well. Though, I think we might stick the gambling to, like, future loops. Oh, and we get Druid straight away, so we don't even have to use any of our rerolls. Can we get Rooting? Inner Beast, killing an enemy has a 20% chance to trigger Enrage. Enrage gives us 10% movement speed and 10% damage per stack. Do love that. Entangle, periodically root a nearby enemy. This gives us healing as well, because we've got a piece of gear that gives us a 50% chance to give us a healing orb when we root an enemy. And then Starfall. Defense creates a small area on the ground where stars fall on enemies inside, dealing 50 damage. We take Inner Beast and Entangle here. Pretty good setup. Oh yeah, we can't pick anything up. Oh, hang on, what am I doing? Druid. We got rank 2, so damage against an enemy is a 25% chance to root it. We should be rooting all of the time now. And do we go for ability power or attack damage? That's a good question. I think we go for ability power. Our stab scales off ability power. Our stab is our offensive, this double strike. Oh, you didn't know where to go there, buddy, did you? You got a bit confused and didn't jump. Okay, that was a waste of a key. Let's carry on. I've never done a run before where you start the run with a full inventory, so I need to just be aware of that. Shank all them dudes. Doing 400 damage already on that shank. Very nice. More Druid. Yeah, we get more Druid. Incredible. Owl Beast. While enraged, gain 20 ability power for each Druid perk acquired. Oh, yes. Okay. We definitely want this. But Enrage special triggers Enrage. We also want that. But I think Owl Beast is better. And then we've seen Starfall first. Let's get Owl Beast. We're going for ability power here. Let's get Tongue Leap. And open the chest. We can't pick anything up. Max health or attack speed? Honestly, I think attack speed's probably better for this character. We are pretty squishy as it is. If we could get cooldowns, cooldowns would be the ideal, I will say. Let's shank him. We're going to try and get as far as we can, looping-wise. And I tell you what, it feels good to play as the British character again, with his knives. Well, we got a full inventory of black coins, so we definitely don't need that. Can we get lucky and get another druid perk from this? Or we can't really go for more money, can we? But we are shanking away. One druid. No druid. It's time to use a reroll. Awesome. Starfall. We've seen that before. Gardener. Rooting an enemy grants 50 magic power for 3 seconds. What the hell is magic power? I don't know. I do kind of like this, but there's naturalist there. Quest kills 75 rooted enemies, and when we do, we gain 125% increased root damage. Yeah, we're all about rooting. As much as I want to get Gardener, I think Naturalist is what we pick up here. Awesome. Get our ult. And they are perks. Okay. We'll go for some perks. Steady when entering an arena. Everyone is granted 2 armor plates. Fantastic. That's incredible for us. Right. Come on, game. Don't screw us. Blood axe. Killing an enemy throws a bleeding axe. Do you know what? Let's get a little bit of money. Oh. I don't know if we can. Are we back up to full? Not quite. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it there. Double scrap. We can't even pick the scrap up, so let's go mystery. We're going to go hard on the shop. Oh. Loads of chests. Okay. We even pick these up. We can pick a key up. Look at all the good stuff on the floor. I'm going to drop that for... Hang on. What did we pick up? I swear we picked up more coins, did we? Yeah, I think we picked up more coins. I want this purple piece of gear. Or do we want bandages? I actually think we want bandages. Right. Movement speed and a perk on an elite, and enemies slowly regen health. Bandages are going to be crucial as we start looping. Right. Let's shank this guy. Ooh, I thought we'd be dealing a little bit more damage than that. We can ult here. Get a nice amount of damage going through. Bleeds doing work. Popping them. Stay away from the whirlwind spinny dudes. They're going to be the bane of our life, I think, with this character in particular. Ankum. And let's get double strike up. Taking the damage up to 193 base damage and an 11.4 second cooldown. We get anything else. Warlock, no. Priest, oh. Mage, no. Warlock, oh. There's Druid. We got one reroll left, but there's a legendary. Ooh, Gift of the Wild. Ultimate grants everyone max Enrage stacks. So Enrage gives us 10% movement speed and 10% damage per stack, up to 4 stacks. So this is 40% extra damage on our ult. Starfall we've seen before, and then Predator. While enraged, you deal 20% increased damage to nearby enemies. We've got to go for Gift of the Wild here. Smuggler time. which means mini boss coming up. And then shop after that, I think. Do we actually want to send anything away? I don't think we do. Damage reduction or crit chance? I like the double damage reduction, to be honest. What mini boss are we going to get? It's this guy. Okay. Try and hit him in the back for maximum damage. I like to go for the ads first. Try and avoid the fire if we can. Still want to... Oh, we missed. I was going to say, still want to shank the guy in the back, but it didn't come to be. We still got 2 ads. Let's get over there. Get shanking. He spawned ads again. Uh-oh. Got trapped in a corner there. Not a good spot to be in. Can we get over here and ult? Oh, that was a nice ult. Oh yeah, he's nearly... Oh, there we go. We got him. Inventory's full, would you believe it? 10% damage reduction though. And it's shop time. I hope you're ready. I don't think I am. We get a druid perk. There's Starfall again. The game really wants us to take Starfall. So let's do it. Defense creates a small area on the ground where stars fall on enemies, dealing 50 damage. 20% crit strike damage. I am tempted. Hammer. Dash throws a stunning hammer. Sure, we'll pick that up. We got duo perks. Ooh, I forgot to say. Druid. Now we are rank 6. At rank 4, we got when clearing an arena, permanently gain 2 attack damage and 10 ability power. And then at rank 6, while enraged, gain 20% max health. Now we got rank 2 in Guardian, so defense grants us an armor plate. I don't think we want either of those, and I don't think we care about crit as well. That's more Warlock. Shock Palm attack has a 25% chance to shock for 40 damage. Don't know about that. Furious, when offense hits 3 or more enemies, gain Fury. You know what? I will pick that up. Now we've got rank 2 in Warrior. Attack has a 25% chance to throw a bleeding axe. And bleed is a dot that adds 25% of the triggering hit's damage. 4% attack speed. Do you know what? I'd love a bit of attack speed. Let's reroll. Defense resets the cool of offense. I mean, yeah, that's incredible for us. When dodging, punch a nearby enemy. Don't think I care about that. Big boy, gain 5% of your max health as attack damage. Yes, please. Bless damage. We don't care about that. Let's reroll. Where are all the druid perks? Ring of Mercy. Defense creates a small area on the ground that grants healing power and heals everyone inside. Nah. Attack has a 25% chance to throw a stunning hammer. Sure. We now are rank 4. Sorry, I have a doggo come in. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Cut in the video there. I had a dog come in. Peggy wanted distraction. She wanted to play. Let's reroll. Ooh, we get Druid. While enraged, you deal 20% increased damage to nearby enemies. Absolutely. Elemental Balance. Special shoots a burning missile and a chilling missile. Not quite as interested in that. We've seen Quick Fist multiple times before. Don't really care about that. Miracle Maker gives us an extra special charge. Could be tempted, but not really. I would love the attack speed, though. Ooh. Juggernaut. Gaining an armor plate is a 50% chance to grant Fury. Yes, please. Rank 4. In Warrior now, killing a bleeding enemy permanently grants 1% bleed damage. Druid, special triggers in rage. We absolutely want that. Druid is now level 8. Everyone gains 20 attack damage, 50 ability power, and 50 max health. Shock damage. I don't think we really care about shock damage. Let's reroll. More Druid. While enraged, a star spins around you, dealing 40 damage. We'll take it. Powerhouse, offense deals 35% increased damage and applies 3 stacks of poison. I do like that. 6% crit chance, not so fussed about. Raw, when an armor plate is destroyed, trigger enrage. Yes, please. Guardian is also level 6 now. Oh, I forgot to say about the rank 4 in Guardian. When an armor plate is destroyed, we permanently gain 10 max health. That is huge. And at rank 6, we can have 2 additional armor plates. We also have rank 10 Druid, so while enraged, deal 25% increased damage and gain 25% movement speed. Do we want to pick this up? I think having more damage on our offense is really good, considering we picked up a talent that recharges, resets the cooldown of our offense when we use our defense. So going more into offense feels good to me. And then 5% movement speed. Alright, we got a massive power boost doing all that. And we go for another perk. I think we go for coins now, after spending 4,000 of the buggers. Big chest as well. Amazing. Oh yeah. We're getting wild. The damage is real. Also, the movement speed is real. We're going kind of insane with movement speed. Beautiful. Let's get our offense up. It now deals 436 base damage. That's not perk, that's stat boost. Let's go for some more coins. Nice. I don't know when we want to stop here. One more time. Double equipment. Hang on. There was a giant chest. I almost forgot the giant chest. Boots of the Cultist. Got a nice bit of purple gear there. We pretty much need to be opening as many chests as we can. We go mystery. I'm only interested in equipment when we're doing loops. Or when we're on real hard difficulties. Like, we got a load of modifiers. Nice, we got another reroll token. That's incredible. More keys. We don't need true healing, so let's go for max health. We got 1.4k max health. We're not hurting in that respect. Shank 'em, go invisible, do a shanking. Because we're so powerful so early on, we should be able to finish stages and still have a relatively low alarm level, which should mean as we loop, if we loop, we'll be able to push into higher difficulties. Well, push into more and more loops, should I say. I think we go hard on the perk machine here. Iron Bark, when an armor plate is destroyed, root nearby enemies. Absolutely. Poison Explosion. Poisoning an enemy is a 15% chance to create an explosion. We got duo perks. Rank 2 in Assassin now. Attack has a 25% chance to throw a poison dagger. Oh, come on. That was absolutely brutal. Taunt. Attack against full health enemies. Taunts them. We are now rank 8 in Guardian. Everyone gains 25% damage reduction. One more chance. No. We'll go for the super elite here. I really want that ability power. They have bleeding daggers and vampiric. Bleeding daggers, I find, is probably the worst modifier, because they're homing. I find them pretty, especially on harder difficulties, they're probably the hardest thing to avoid. Okay, all of our armor just got taken off us there. Fantastic. We've got to be careful. We don't want too much injury. Let's ult. Miss that guy. Double strike, pumping up the base damage to 648. $55 max health. 110 max health in total and 50 ability power. Let's open this chest. We get another key. We got anything else going on in this room? I don't think so. Oh yeah, double perk time. Double glitter. Protectors and discharge. We gotta watch out for that lightning. Still got a huge cooldown on our ult, so we kind of want to use that sparingly. Tank that guy for 4k damage. Love it. We've lost all of our armor. We lose that quick, don't we? God damn. Everything's dying so quickly. More druid. Wonderful. Let's take it. Spikes. Stunning a rooted enemy shoots 3 spikes at nearby enemies. Living Spirit. Taunting a rooted enemy grants 15% movement speed for 3 seconds and heals. Or Bash. When enraged, your first attack stuns. I like all of these. I feel like we have enough movement speed right now. Spikes, I don't know what sort of damage it deals, but stunning? Does that mean first attack against an enemy, or literally when we get enraged, only our first attack stuns? Let's try it out. Let's see. Oh, okay. I forgot that it's a double one. Let's get spikes and stun. Guardian is now rank 10, so we gain 15% of our max health as attack damage. We've maxed out double strike. So let's get some camouflage in there, reducing the cooldown to 15.1 seconds and the duration to 8.4. How much money do we have? Pretty much none. Let's go for money. No point in going to the shop if you've got nothing to spend. That's an equipment. Little equipment gamba. Oh yeah. Taking 4k into a run really does give you a massive, massive spike. We're so fast as well. Just make sure. Oh, it's a stat booster. Let's pump up our damage on our ult and reduce its cooldown. We don't want stat boosters. We definitely just go in for as many traits as possible. Right, Les. What can you take? This little guy. We've got so many bandages as well. Sure. Take some bandages. Black coins and scrap or a perk. I'm going to go for black coins. Maybe we can get another shop before the boss. Alright, lads. It's time. What you got? Whatever you got, It wasn't enough. Holy moly. I don't think I've beat those guys quite that quick before. That was probably like, I don't know, a 3 or 4 second fight. Maybe one-shotted them both. Last guy. It was indeed. I think we still want to pump into our camouflage because that makes us able to use double strike more, as when we use our defense, our offense resets its cooldown. So the lower the cooldown of our defense, the more we can use our strongest ability. Another key. There's not enough chests to open for these keys. Do we go for the super elite here? I do kind of want scrap. I'm gonna say yeah. We'll leverage this early game power. One shot in everything. Fantastic. Oh my god. And we only got blues. There's a locked chest. Oh, I'm not opening a tiny locked chest. It's boss time. We're coming onto this boss fight pretty damn quickly. Let's send you back. And you... What's worth the most money? That and that. Yeah. Alright, Piggy. Let's see how quickly we can take her out. Old Betty. Yep. I thought so. Let's carry on. We're chuffing speed running it. We want to level up. I think we just max out our camouflage here, our defensive. And hopefully get a druid. Nice, we got druid. Dashing roots. Dash roots 3 nearby enemies can trigger once every 4 seconds. Bear form offense gains 10% of max health as damage. That is completely insane. And Gardener. I did say I wanted this, so let's pick it up. Rooting an enemy grants 50 magic power for 3 seconds. Don't really know what magic power is specifically. I think it's ability power. Oh, so there's nothing that says magic power on here. There's only ability power. So I'm going to take it that it means ability power. Let's go for scrap. If there's an elite with equipment, we'll hit that elite. I think we're literally one-shotting pretty much everything. 7k damage there. We still got an enemy. We do. Beautiful. We got 1.1k, so we've still got a reasonable amount of money. I think this is probably one of the strongest, like, personally I've ever been. At least this stage in the game. It does make sense. We spent a lot of money to get this strong. Immovable when in rage and having armor plates. Knock back enemies you collide with. Growl. Taunting an enemy is a 50% chance to trigger in rage. And Living Spirit. Taunting a rooted enemy grants 15% movement speed for 3 seconds and heals. I think we go for Growl. Let's go. Because we taunt enemies when they spawn in. Oh no, it's when we hit an enemy at full health, actually. I'm going to go for equipment. I've got too much glitter. I've got nothing to spend the glitter on, so it's pretty useless to me. Even our blades are one-shotting enemies. Because we shoot out bleeding blades. Ooh. I don't think we need more money. Let's get a perk. We're doing so much damage. In this chest, I think we've still got one guy over in the top right. Oh, he's coming to us. Okay. More druid. Nature's Fury. When in rage, killing an enemy shoots 3 spikes at nearby enemies. I think that's going to be incredible. Haste. Dash grants 25% movement speed. That's also going to be incredible. Immovable. While in rage, and having armor plates, you knock back enemies you collide with. I think we want to shoot spikes here. I think we're enraged most of the time. Let's go for double equipment here. The bleeding daggers is a little bit scary. These guys, though. Oh, the spikes are just taking everything out. Okay. What do we got? Just the Slimers. Enemies are dying before I can even get to them. We'll just do our basic attack here. Increase the damage up to 608 base damage. Ooh. I'm not picking up the green. More coins. How many coins do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,255. I realise it just tells you in the bottom there, so I don't know why I'm counting it. But here I am counting it. Yeah, let's go for an elite. Let's get more coins. You get more than a perk's worth of money. Damn, I can't even get to enemies before they die. Okay. Well, I'll open this chest for sure. Don't want to pick up greens. Let's get stabbing. I would say these snipers could be an issue, but they're not really, are they? As long as we can keep on top of them. More base damage on our basic attack. Smuggler time, which means our first mini-boss is coming up. I cannot wait to see what we do against this mini-boss. Boots of the Master. Yeah, we're sending you off. We'll send the Black Blood off, because why not? And I guess we'll send off the blue equipment as well. Ability power. Oh, yes. Ability power makes our offensive stronger. Alright, dude. Let's have you. Where are you coming up? Shank him in the back. Okay. This guy survived a little bit longer. Just move around him, shanking away. There's a bandage there. An extra 50 ability power. I'll pick up the bandage as well. That'll be incredibly useful later on. And shop number 2. Get a lot of warlock ones here. I think I'm going to pick up a movable finally. So while we're enraged, which is almost all the time, and we have armor plates, which once again is almost all the time, we knock back enemies we collide with. So presumably our tongue leap is going to knock enemies back. I wonder how that works with rooting. Corrosive metal, defense throws a stunning hammer, and stun now applies poison. Sure, that sounds good to me. Don't want warlock. Do you know what? Let's check what this is. More movement speed. Yeah, I'll take the movement speed. 5% movement speed. Get preparation. While out of danger, gain fury every 5 seconds. Don't know how relevant that's going to be. Fury increases the damage and speed of your next attack by 75% and 60%. I don't think we spend more than 5 seconds. So out of danger is triggered when we use our camouflage. But do we spend more than 5 seconds in our camouflage? I'm not entirely sure we do. But I'm going to get it anyway. Assassin is now rank 4. If we take no damage in an arena, we gain 10 attack damage. In theory, that could be great. Recover when an armor plate is destroyed. Heal for 30. Don't think I care about that. Bark skin, while below 50% health, gain 25% damage reduction. That's also pretty huge. But this is better. Close quarters, deal 15% increased damage to close enemies. Yeah, we want that. Attack has a 25% chance to shock for 40 damage. Not entirely sure about that. We'll pick up the ability power as well. And then reroll. Living Spirit. Taunted a rooted enemy. Grants 15% movement speed for 3 seconds and heals. Yes, please. Alright. We spent a lot of money there. I actually think I want to go for damage reduction here over the scrap and glitter. So, let's go for damage reduction. At the moment, damage reduction isn't that relevant to us, but obviously, as we get further and further into the loops, enemies are going to be dealing more and more damage, so we're going to want that damage to be reduced as much as possible. I am very scared of these big guys. Their grab attack can... well, it is fatal. But also, I've had it bug out before when I've done a run, and it just made it so I couldn't move, and I couldn't use any of my abilities. Let's upgrade our ult here, taking it from 4.3k to 13k base damage. It triples its power, and also reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds. We don't need healing, so let's get max health. The more max health we have as well, the more our damage is scaling from Guardian and Guardian traits. That's why we're doing crazy amounts of damage on hit. I mean, saying on hit is a bit redundant, isn't it? I swear we keep getting hit, but we keep getting our shielding back. We'll be going wicked and wild. 55 max HP, we're up to 2.6k max health. And we have to go for the double perk here on the Super Elite. Vampiric and Regenerator. So these guys are going to be healing a lot. Well, if they hit us. And I think our DPS might be a bit high that Regen doesn't actually do a thing. There's a Super Elite though. Let's just keep this gravy train going. Can you just spawn as many guys as possible, please? Oh yeah. Let's get the ult. Last wave. Fantastic. Oh, and we get Druid. Sweet. Fully upgrade our stab so it deals 945 base damage. More Druid. We're up to 20 Druid. Legendaries, here they come. Apex at max enrage stacks. Attack taunts enemies hit. So, taunt makes enemies... it makes them forced to attack us, but also makes them take 20% increased damage. So, the percentage increase in damage is probably the major part here. I do want to pick that. We've got 2 choices. Dashing Roots. Dash roots 3 nearby enemies and can trigger once every 4 seconds. Roots immobilize enemies and deals damage to them. Bark Skin, when below 50% health, gain 25% damage reduction. We want all of these, but we're going for Apex and Dashing Roots. There's the attack damage. Let's open this chest. We have so many bandages. It may be worth going to a mystery stage. Ooh, there's a chest over here. Purely for the chance at getting the health sacrifice room. That could be really big for us. Yeah, we're going for it. Can we get the health sacrifice room? No, we can't. We get Gamba. Gamba is also fine. No. One more. No. Okay. Game heard me say Gamba is fine and decided, nah, not today, mate. You're strong enough. You don't need any more power. No more money for you. Right. Let's send as much crap back as we can. You know what? I don't really value glitter. So we're just sending rubbish equipment back for money, basically. Mini boss for equipment and scrap. Sure. We still got to watch ourselves. We remind ourselves that we are looping, which means enemies are going to hit hard. Harder than us. At the moment, it doesn't look like it, does it? There's some wild sounds going off. Sounds like a bloody machine gun. I think that's our stars. Like, do-do-do-do-do. Little guy's got a bloody Uzi. Yeah, we don't have money for the shop, so perk it is. Obviously, we want Druid, but if we don't get the choice of Druid, do we reroll for Druid? I'm not entirely sure we do. I wouldn't mind more Assassin, actually. Specifically, the trait that I showed before the start of the run, that says, when you're out of danger, your offense deals 50% more damage. So that means if we go use camouflage, our defense, then the next offense we use is going to deal 50% more damage. Which, getting percentage damage multipliers is the best way to get around the gargantuan amounts of health enemies end up having while looping. Yeah, well, let's ult here, why not? We'll shank you. Ooh, you're not dying. Okay, 11k in one hit there. I think the highest amount of damage I've done in one hit is 23k, maybe? And that was with the Iron Horn. Back to Tank Greaves. We've only got the Tongue Leap now. Okay. I'm happy with taking Warrior here. I don't think we'll use the rerolls. We're going to use the rerolls when we get a double perk chance, so we can maximize that. Fair warning, taunting an enemy throws a bleeding axe. I think we taunt a lot. Your Mine, Fury attack has a 50% chance to pull a distant enemy. Don't know if I care about that. Rupture, attack has a 15% chance to spawn a blade that spins around you and applies 2 stacks of bleed. Nah, I think we're taunting all the time, so bleeding more enemies is going to be phenomenal. We should be throwing out a lot of axes here. Let's go for health. We don't need healing. Where are you at, lads? We also got hit by something, which I'm not entirely sure what hit us. Did I run through an electric trap? I very well may have done. We're still absolutely whomping these guys. At alarm level 101. We've got to be quick. Oh yeah. That is a lot of bleeding. A lot of bleeding. Beautiful. That's because we're taunting everything. I feel like a bit of a bully here. Tongue Leap. Base damage goes up to 224. It's boss time. Right. What are we giving Les? Well, back to Tank Greaves for a start. Let's give him some scrap. We'll send some bandages back as well, why not? And yeah, glitter. We got 9 bandages. I really, really want a thingy room, a health sacrifice room. Okay, let's see how we do against this guy. An enemy spawn, that's when we use our ult. So now, okay. We can't hit this guy in the back, so we can't get our 50% damage buff. Ooh, they hit us through our shielding. Interesting. We are fast though. We don't need to dodge. Oh. Yeah, that movement speed is ginormous. Movement speed makes this fight so much more manageable. One, he's nearly dead. There we go, we got him. We're going into loop number 2. Let's continue. Things are about to get crazy. We have rerolls, so we can go for Druid. Oh, we don't even need it. Legendary. Nice. Wild Vines. Rooted enemies periodically shoot spikes at nearby enemies. Yes, please. Bark Skin. When below 50% health, grant 25% damage reduction. And Haste. Dash grants 25% movement speed for 3 seconds. I think at the moment, Haste is better than Bark Skin. But Bark Skin later on is going to be better when we're actually taking damage. For now, we go for movement speed. And I want cooldown reduction. Absolutely. The more we can spam our attacks, the better. Just going in for the shank. $26k that was there on a hit, I think, unless I read the number wrong. Will the chest give us some goodies? Oh, we picked up a grey. See you later. Absolutely got no interest in you, buddy. Go invisible. Alright, everyone's dead. Never mind. The more druid we go, the more chance we have of getting legendaries, because we're pretty much aiming to get every single druid trait we can. Moon roots, rooted enemies periodically cause falling stars to hit them. I do want that. Root lash, taunting an enemy shoots 5 spikes at nearby enemies. Also want that. And then we've seen bark skin multiple times before, but we're going for moon roots here. Let's see how much we are actually rooting enemies. We'll be able to tell by the number of star falls that happen. Yeah, we're going for equipment now. On loop number 2, we start with such a high alarm level. We'll start getting a really good chance of rarer gear. Okay. I thought we'd be rooting enemies a lot more, to be honest. Gnarled staff, we get a purple. Do we have money? Still think we go for money over perk. The potential for a shop. Getting something good in a shop is too much. Enemies aren't instantly dying anymore. There's so many damage numbers above their head. I am curious though. We got plus 40 attack damage from our assassin trait. So 4 times we've taken no damage in an arena. 440 max health from Guardian. We got 200% bleed damage there. Yeah, okay. We'd be scaling. I'm going for the unknown. I really want health sacrifice. Come on, dude. No. I mean, I ain't gonna say no to a load of chests, though. Shame we don't get anything good from him. Just loads more bandages and keys. Right, how much money do we actually have? $1,000. Don't want grey items. I think we go for a perk. $1,000 is probably about in the ballpark where I feel happy going to a shop. So yeah. Enemies really be scaling. So many damage numbers going off them. It's lunacy. More druid. Okay. And it's a mythic. Ooh, Moonbeam. When in rage, attack has a 50% chance to blast an enemy for 150 damage. Do we even need to look at any of the other traits? I don't think we do. We've seen bark skin before and root lash. We do want both of these, but when a mythic's offered, you gotta take it. Smuggling time, which means we're coming up to a mini-boss. Mini-bosses are dangerous. Okay. Send you back, and yeah, I don't really care about glitter. I know I'll keep repeating myself with that, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think we're good. Attack speed and equipment. You know what? We're gonna try it. Who are we gonna get? We're gonna get the terrible twosome? Nah. We get the candle bro. Alright, lad. It's time for a stabbing. Ouch. Okay. Oh! Nasty, nasty, nasty. Get a backstab off on him. Nice. Oh, we died there. Okay. This guy's got omega amounts of health. Go invisible. No! Damn, it's always the bloody mini-bosses. Let's see what damage we dealt. Only 3.219 mil. Damn, I thought we were way stronger than that. Oh. Okay. 54k damage dealt. Most damage dealt in a single hit. That was ludicrous. I always get greedy, and it's always the mini-boss that takes us out. God. Spent 7k coins. Hell yeah. Alright guys, well, that is going to be it for today's video, but thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked what you see, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the usual jazz. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.